Hey guys, Novel Bush here and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Monster Hunter. Well, not just Monster Hunter, Nintendo Switch and the future of Nintendo Switch, as there's been a lot of rumors finally that have been coming together and actually talking about Nintendo Switch 2, and these rumors are finally seeming credible. So we're going to get into this. So I don't know if you guys have been following the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch in general and what's been going on with the console, but basically there's been a lot of talk that Nintendo's been showing the console or machine that has the same specs as the console to other developers, people such as EA, Microsoft, Activision, some big players in the gaming industry, and trying to raise support for them to make games for the next system. And they were at TGS, Tokyo Game Show, and they were at some other shows as well, shown behind doors. And if they were at Tokyo Game Show, they definitely showed it to Capcom. Capcom and Nintendo have a big partnership, going all the way back to even before the Switch came out, where Capcom actually convinced Nintendo to put 4 GB of RAM in the Switch rather than 3, for games that they wanted to get on it. Obviously, that game was Rise at the time. And yeah, we're finally getting information that this console could possibly be quite strong. Now, it's saying it's around above PS4 level, but mostly it's been able to use interesting technology techniques such as DDOS. Is it DDOS? Is that what I'm talking about? Yes, it is DDOS. I had to go search that just to make sure I had my facts straight. Which is NVIDIA's tool. It's basically artificial intelligence, AI intelligence, to rendering video processing. It helps keep the load off of the GPU and CPU when computing certain graphics and textures and so on, lighting and etc. And it helps increase frame rate, and it really lowers the taxing on the hardware in general, so you can actually push for better frame rate and better textures and better visuals, with not as powerful as hardware as you need for those type of visuals and frame rates, which is really cool. We also had an article saying that Nintendo Switch Nintendo Switch 2 would have the next Monster Hunter game on it, and I haven't really seen online about what people think about this news. Now, I think it is possibly very true. Not possibly true. I think it is true. I think the next Monster Hunter is going to be on the Switch 2, not the first Switch, the Switch 2. And I think because Capcom see the potential in the Switch, they see how much the Switch sells and how fast it can sell. They've seen in Japan the Switch is a blowout. And if you can get a Monster Hunter on a Switch which has the graphics required, that has really good graphics, it doesn't have to be on par on PS5 and Xbox Series X, of course not, or PC, but graphics that are really good, at least comparable, and they're 60 frames, it's gonna sell a lot. Definitely is gonna sell a lot. It's gonna sell them a crazy amounts on all systems, of course, but on Switch it's gonna do really well. And I think Capcom would be a fool not to take advantage of that fact. I mean, look at the Switch. The Switch has sold over 120 million in 6 years, pushing 7 years now, and which is insane. It's past the PS4. I think it's the 3rd best-selling console in the world in history, and it's closing up to the DS and the PS2. It's just insane. It's insane that they're catching up to those 2 behemoths in the gaming industry. It's probably gonna. I mean, I guess if they do add in Nintendo Switch 2 as count it as the sales together, it will pass the PS2. Maybe they won't count it together, I don't know, but yeah, the Nintendo Switch has been crazy, and if it has the technology behind it and it has the architecture to allow Capcom to really benefit from it, it's going to be amazing. Now, how comparable it is to the other systems, that's for us to wait and see, but according to some of the information that came out, it was actually stated that the Nintendo Switch version was running the Matrix demo, and it was the graphics was comparable to PS5. Now, comparable to PS5 doesn't mean it was at the same level as PS5. It means that you could say it was close enough, to a PS5 to be respectable for the platform, which I think is great news. And I think as long as we can get a comparable Monster Hunter 6 on Switch, it's fantastic, because it allows you to play portable, and it allows you to play, docked, ideally 4K upscaled, at 60 FPS, which would be great. You know, that's definitely what I want. Some of my gripes with Sunbreak, you know, I love Sunbreak and I love Rise. I've loved my Switch in the past, not as much recently. I'm mostly playing my PC because the Switch is just kind of getting old now. Is that the frame rate was at 30 max, and it wasn't always at 30. There was a lot of slowdown. I think they did keep it at 30 quite a lot, but even when it's at 30, there's a lot of slowdown, which you can tell. Definitely multiplayer. Some of the bigger monsters, people know, like Chaotic Gomagal or just Gomagal in general, Sharagu. Valstrax was fine, I think, for the most part. But some of those bigger monsters, the big explosions, yeah, definitely tanks. I think the game looks fine. It looks pretty. I like the colors, but definitely with a stronger system, the things would have been able to pop more and show more on the system. So this is great news. If it does come out for the Switch as well, I am probably going to get on the Switch because I like the ability to play portable. There's a lot of games where I don't buy it on the Switch because the frame rate sucks. But then when I have it on PC, I'm like, damn, I wish I could play this in bed or when I'm going out. So it's like, you know, it's like catch-22, man. You gotta pick your poison. But you know, my poison here ideally would be have both. So if we can have both, that's just great. You know, options are great. And I suppose also it would be a mistake, a huge mistake, if they don't figure out how to do crossplay. I think this Monster has to have crossplay. If this Monster has crossplay and it's, if it has really good graphics, good frame rate, good ideas, you know, some type of art system, some type of combat system that's interesting. If it has all of that, man, this game is gonna be big. I'm telling you, it'll be probably my favorite. But it needs all of that. It needs the gameplay from Sunbreak and Rise and GU. Maybe strip back a bit, sure. And I mean, you can say the graphics of World. I don't even like the graphics of World. I want better than graphics in World. I think graphics in World is kind of bland. I want good graphics, really good graphics, clean graphics. You know, but colorful and interesting. You know, vibrant, something nice to look at and fight in. Not a dull color palette, but definitely, you know, better graphics, which would be great. It would be great. And frame rate is the most important as well. Frame rate more than anything, because this is an action game. You want frame rate. Yeah, well, that's what I got to say today, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think Monster Hunter 6 will be on the next Switch? I think so. Maybe you don't. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you guys next time. See you.